How are you today? Like really, are you okay? Maybe today was a hard day for you. Maybe school was exhausting. Maybe someone hurt your feelings. Or maybe nothing bad even happened. But somehow you still feel tired inside. I think we all have days like that. Days where our heart feels heavy for no reason. And if today feels like one of those days, that is okay. You do not need to be strong all the time. You do not need to smile every second. You do not need to pretend everything is fine. The fact that you are still here, still trying, still waking up every morning, that already means a lot. Today I felt happy, not because something amazing happened, but because I was home with my family. Everyone was healthy. Everyone was laughing. And for a moment, everything felt peaceful. Sometimes happiness is not something huge. Sometimes happiness is just a quiet night, a warm bed, a good meal, someone asking if you got home safe. Small things, but those small things matter more than we realize. I think a lot of us are too hard on ourselves. We compare our lives to other people. We see everyone succeeding, everyone smiling, everyone moving forward, and then we wonder, why am I still struggling? Why am I still sad? Why am I not better yet? But listen to me, you are not behind. There was a time in my life where I felt completely exhausted. I stopped replying to messages. I stopped talking to people. I would just lay in bed staring at the ceiling, thinking maybe I was lazy. But the truth was, I was just tired, mentally tired, emotionally tired. And maybe you are too. Maybe you are carrying too much inside your heart. So if today you did nothing productive, that is okay. You survived today, and sometimes that is enough. Please remember this. Healing takes time. You cannot rush it. Some days you will feel okay, and then suddenly feel sad again at night. That does not mean you failed. That is part of healing. Progress is not a straight line. There will always be good days and bad days. Just keep going slowly, one step at a time. I remember one night. I could not sleep at all. My room was completely dark, and my thoughts were so loud. I kept thinking about every mistake I ever made, every awkward moment, every regret, every person I lost. And for some reason, everything hurts more at night. Maybe because the world gets quieter, and suddenly all your thoughts become impossible to ignore. Maybe you know that feeling too. Looking at your phone at 2 a.m., scrolling endlessly, trying to distract yourself from your own mind, pretending you are okay, even when you feel completely lost inside. I think a lot of people are secretly struggling right now. Even the people who always smile, even the people who seem confident. Sometimes the happiest looking people are fighting silent battles nobody knows about. That is why I think kindness matters so much, because you never truly know what someone is carrying in their heart. A small compliment, a small message, a simple hello, those little things can save someone more than you realize. I still remember moments where one kind sentence changed my entire day. And honestly, maybe this video can be that small moment for you. Maybe right now, you just needed someone to remind you that your feelings are valid, that your exhaustion is real, that your sadness does not make you weak. You know something strange? When we are kids, life feels so simple. We laugh at random things. We get excited over tiny moments. We dream so easily. But as we grow older, everything becomes heavier. People expect more from us. School gets stressful. Friendships become complicated. And sometimes we slowly lose the happy version of ourselves. But I do not think that version of you is gone forever. I think they are just tired, buried under pressure, fear, stress, and disappointment. But they are still there. The real you is still there somewhere. Waiting for better days, waiting to smile naturally again. Hey, can I tell you something important? You do not need to have your entire life figured out right now. Seriously, you are allowed to be confused. You are allowed to not know what comes next. Some people are 15 and lost. Some people are 15 and lost. Some people are 25 and lost. Some people are even 40 and still figuring things out. Life is not a race. There is no timer above your head counting down your success. You are allowed to move slowly. I know social media makes it hard sometimes. You open your phone, and suddenly everyone looks happier than you, more successful, more attractive, more loved. Meanwhile, you sit there wondering why your own life feels so messy. But remember this, people only post the best parts of their lives. Nobody posts the nights they cried themselves to sleep. Nobody posts the anxiety, the loneliness, the overthinking, the fear of not being enough. Every human being is struggling with something, even if they hide it well. Sometimes I think we spend too much time trying to become perfect. Perfect grades, perfect body, perfect life, perfect future. But perfection is exhausting. Maybe peace is more important. Maybe being kind to yourself matters more than constantly trying to become someone else. Maybe healing starts the moment you stop hating yourself. There is something I realized recently. Most of us spend so much time worrying about the future that we forget to notice the present. A few months ago, I was walking home after a really long day. Nothing special happened. Nobody gave me good news. I was not having the best day either. I remember looking down at the sidewalk the whole time, thinking about problems, thinking about things I could not control, thinking about mistakes I made. Then something strange happened. I looked up for a second, and the sky was beautiful. The sun was setting. The clouds looked golden. People were walking home. Some were laughing. Some were talking with friends. And for a moment, everything felt okay. Not perfect, just okay. And honestly, sometimes okay is enough. I think we forget that. We think happiness has to be huge, winning something, achieving something, becoming someone important. But sometimes happiness is just a moment, a tiny moment, a moment where your mind finally becomes quiet, a moment where your heart stops racing, a moment where you simply exist. And that is enough. Maybe you have experienced moments like that too. Maybe while watching rain outside your window. Maybe while sitting with someone you care about. Maybe while playing your favorite game. The moments that seem small usually become the memories we miss the most. Another thing I learned is that nobody really has everything figured out. When I was younger, I thought adults knew exactly what they were doing. I thought one day I would wake up and suddenly understand everything. But that never happened. Most people are just trying their best. They are learning as they go, making mistakes, getting back up, trying again. Just like you, just like me. And there is something comforting about that, because it means you do not have to be perfect. You only have to keep trying. I know there are days when it feels like nothing is changing. Days where you work hard and still feel stuck. Days where you try your best and nobody notices. Days where you feel invisible. But growth is strange. Sometimes it happens quietly, like a tree growing in the middle of the night. You cannot see it happening, but every day it becomes stronger. And maybe that is what is happening to you right now. Maybe you cannot see your progress. Maybe you feel like you are standing still, but that does not mean you are not growing. Sometimes the strongest growth happens underground, long before anyone can see it, including yourself. And if you ever feel like giving up, think about how many difficult days you already survived. Every bad day in your past, every moment you thought you could not handle, every night you cried, every disappointment, every heartbreak, every failure. You survived all of them. You are still here, maybe tired, maybe hurt, maybe confused, but still here. And that means something. It means there is a strength inside you, even if you do not always notice it. Sometimes I like to imagine life as a very long book. Right now, you might be reading a difficult chapter, maybe even one of the hardest chapters. But a chapter is not the whole story. The story keeps going. New characters appear, new opportunities appear, new memories are created. And one day, you might look back at this chapter and realize it taught you something important, something you could not see at the time. That is why I hope you keep turning the pages, because your story is not over, not even close. There are still beautiful moments waiting for you. Moments you have not experienced yet. People you have not met yet. Places you have not seen yet. Dreams you have not reached yet. And I think that is worth staying for, even when life feels difficult, even when everything feels uncertain, even if people ignored your feelings, even if someone made you feel unimportant. Your existence matters more than you know. The world would not be the same without you in it. One day, you are going to experience moments that make you happy you stayed alive. Future memories, future friends, future sunsets, future hugs, future versions of yourself that will look back and be thankful you did not give up. So please, stay. Keep going, even if life feels messy right now. Even if your heart feels tired. Even if your mind keeps overthinking everything. You are going to be okay someday. Maybe slowly, maybe painfully slow. But healing is still healing. And every small step counts. Hey, take a deep breath from me. Relax your shoulders. Drink some water later, okay? And please try to sleep earlier tonight. Your mind deserves rest. Your heart deserves peace. Thank you for spending these moments with me, wherever you are right now. I hope something good happens to you tomorrow. Maybe not something huge. Maybe just a peaceful moment. A good conversation. A funny laugh. A quiet sunset. A moment where your heart finally feels calm again. And when that moment comes, I hope you stay there a little longer. Because you deserve peace, you deserve happiness, you deserve love. And no matter how difficult life feels right now, I promise, the bad days will not last forever. If you are still here, thank you for staying until the end. If this helped you even a little, leave a like so I know you are okay. And maybe subscribe so I can talk to you again next time.